The Bund, reputed as an exhibition of international buildings, is located on the west bank of Huangpu River, facing the dominating Oriental Pearl Tower. Travelers can feel the charm of the exotic old coming to Shanghai, and missing the Bund is like visiting Beijing and bypassing the Forbidden City or the Great Wall. The Bund is the iconic landmark of Shanghai, and the area around the Bund is the tourist center of Shanghai and is the city's most famous mile. The 52 structures that make up the Bund's an exhibition of international buildings should be what tourists find most impressive. They represent numerous international architectural styles. On the Bund, there are numerous classical Renaissance structures in various architectural styles, including the well-known Bank of China skyscraper, the Heping Hotel, the Customs Building, and the Shibisi Building are all architectural replicas of Far East Wall Street from earlier times. Despite not being from the same designer or time era, these buildings share a singular harmonizing beauty. The Bund features a range of architectural designs, including Gothic and French classical designs. These significant historical locations and emblematic structures of contemporary China provide a stunning landscape along the Huangpu River. The Bund is without a doubt a blend of Western and Chinese culture, a symbol of Shanghai's history, and a fantastic location to learn about Shanghai's present and anticipate its future. As dusk falls, the neon lights on either side of the strait are connected. The Bund is observing Shanghai's growth, and Lujiazui is the focal point of Shanghai's contemporary architecture. By taking a cruise, you may see the lovely, busy city from a different perspective. On the west bank of the Huangpu River, the Bund stretches 1.5 kilometers. It starts from the Waibaidu Bridge in the north and finishes at the Suzhou Creek crossing Yan'an Road in the south. The region is located in the eastern portion of Huangpu District, along East Zhongshan No. 1 Road, facing Pudong's ultra-modern skyscrapers. Route for recommended traveling. Visitors to the Bund could enter from either the north or the south. It is advised to take the 1-2 hour walk along the Bund. Built in 1551 during the Ming Dynasty, Yuyuan Garden, also known as Yu Garden of Shanghai, is a gem of classical gardens in the southern Yangtze River region with a history spanning more than 400 years. It is the Pan family's own garden. Yu denotes serenity and lovely in Chinese, as suggested by the name, for his parents to spend their final years in peace and comfort. The founder Pan Yunduan persuaded the renowned designer to create this garden. Opened up to the public in 1061, Yuyuan Garden was designated in the Valuable Historical Monuments under state protection in honor 1082. During the celebration for 440 years anniversary in 1999, the former General Secretary Zhang Zimin inscribed a title for the garden as famed Garden by the Sea, which now standing in the garden for admiring. During their tour to Shanghai, the British Queen Elizabeth II, US President Clinton, German President Herzog, Japanese Prime Minister Murayama, and other chiefs and honorable guests from different nations visited Yuyuan Garden. Known as the Mountain Forest in the city, contemporary Yuyuan Garden also contains the surrounding streets. The gardens marks the zigzag bridge and mid-lake pavilion, and the claim that the garden's surprise and exquisite sceneries outnumber those of the southeast area. The exquisite Jade rock, one of 3 rocks south of the Yangtze, as well as calligraphy and paintings by prominent artists, hundreds of clay sculptures, brick carvings, horizontal inscribed boards, inscriptions, and couplets from previous dynasties. The attraction, which covers an area of 20,000 square meters, is divided into 4 sections: the eastern area, the western area, the central area, and the internal garden. Each section has distinct qualities within a variety of gorgeous settings. The garden has 48 masterfully partitioned gorgeous locations, presenting guests with a distinct scene at each step. All represent the style of the Ming and Qing eras' southern Yangtze gardening art. Jade Buddha Temple in Shanghai is an active temple, with 70 resident monks living and working there at the last count. The temple was erected between 1811 and 1818 in the Song dynasty style, with symmetrical halls and courtyards, upturned eaves, and vivid saffron yellow walls, making it easily recognizable. Inside, the centerpiece is a 1-meter high white jade Buddha, which was installed after a monk brought it from Burma to Zhejiang province in 1881. The seated Buddha, encrusted with jewels, is said to weigh about 1,000 kilograms. On a redwood bed is a smaller, reclining Buddha from the same cargo. In the large hall there are 3 gold-plated Buddhas, and other halls house ferocious-looking deities. There are numerous other artifacts, and the walls are lined with over 7,000 Buddhist sutras. A branch of the antiques and curio store is located next to the temple and sells little sandalwood drums and gongs that are reproductions of the larger ones used in ceremonies. The 14th Panchen visited the temple in 1955. The Shanghai Buddhist Association hosted a celebration at the temple in 1956 to commemorate the 2000th anniversary of Gautama Buddha's enlightenment. On January 8, 1963, Premier Zhou Enlai escorted Ceylon's now Sri Lanka's Prime Minister Mrs. Bandaranaike to the Jade Buddha Temple. The Shanghai Buddhist Association built the Shanghai Institute of Buddhism in the temple in 1983. Monk Zhizhi Zuan and others traveled to Dunhuang via Xinjiang in 1985. Regular scripture lectures, meditation, and other aspects of temple life were resumed shortly after their return. The most famous thing of Jade Buddha Temple is not the architectural idea which was conveyed in Song Dynasty. The valuable essence lies in the Buddha figures. The seated Buddha, encrusted with jewels. A smaller, reclining Buddha from the same shipment lies on a redwood bed. There are 3 gold-plated Buddhas in the large hall, and other halls house ferocious-looking deities. For information, no photography of the Jade Buddha is permitted, but postcards are available. This famous temple receives thousands of visitors and worshippers every day and now becomes a must-see attraction during Shanghai tour. Shanghai Museum is a large museum of ancient Chinese art located in Shanghai's Huangpu district. Its style and presentation surround visitors with ancient wisdom and philosophy relics. The round dome and square base on the outside represent the old concept of a round heaven and a square land. There are 11 galleries and 3 exhibition spaces at the museum. The 11 galleries represent the majority of the major categories of Chinese art: coins, Ming and Qing furniture, seals, and minority nationalities, as well as ancient bronze, ancient ceramics, paintings, calligraphy, ancient sculpture, ancient jade, and minority nationalities. The bronze wares of the Shang and Zhou dynasties help us understand ancient culture. Over 400 magnificent bronze products span the history of ancient Chinese bronze art. The Ancient Ceramics Collection is a Shanghai Museum particular asset. Among the more than 500 pieces are paintings and gray pottery from the Neolithic period, primitive celadon from the Shang, Zhou, and Warring States, mature celadon from the East Han Dynasty, the well-known tri-colored glazed pottery from the Tang Dynasty, blue and white porcelain, white and black glazed and painted porcelain from the Song, Jin, and Liao dynasties, as well as magnificent works from Jingdezhen, Jiangxi, the industry's heartland during the Yuan, Ming, and Qing dynasties. Chinese art and calligraphy have long histories and distinct national styles. There are masterpieces from all periods and genres on display. The Gallery of Chinese Ancient Sculpture is mostly dedicated to Buddhist sculptures. In ancient China, jade served as both ornament and a symbol of riches and power. It was then personified to represent flawless morality. Jade products exude elegance with their sparkling colors and vibrant patterns. The Ming and Qing periods saw the peak of Chinese furniture production. The gallery depicts a beautiful garden-like mansion from the time period. A simple chair exemplifies Chinese culture and decorum. The Gallery of Chinese Seals, the first of its type, displays the historical significance of seals from the Western Zhou through the end of the Qing dynasty, China's antique furniture, exhibitions showcasing ethnic minority clothing. China was one of the first countries to employ currency, and the roughly 7,000 pieces. Longhua Pagoda and Temple Longhua Park, located on Longhua Road in Zuhui District, is known for the old Longhua Temple, Longhua Pagoda, the evening bell striking ceremony, and the peach blooms. Longhua Temple, which was founded in 242 AD during the Three Kingdoms period, is Shanghai's oldest temple, with a 1,700-year history. Because of the numerous destructions caused by battles, most of the structures here were rebuilt during the Qing dynasty reigns of Emperors Tungzi and Guangxu. Aside from its ancient history, Longhua Temple is Shanghai's largest temple. It covers more than 20.0 square meters, 5 acres, and has an architectural proportion of roughly 5,000 square meters, 1 and 2 acres. The Maitreya Hall Miladian, Devayara Hall Tianwangdian, Mahavira Hall, Daxiongbiadian, Three Sages Hall Sanshangdian, Abbots Hall Frangzongxi, and Sutras Keeping Hall Kang are located along the 194 meter 637 foot axis, which houses the temple's three treasures, including the Daizang Sutras, gold seals, and Buddhist statues. The bell tower and the drum tower are accessory halls on each side, both with the same hexagonal windows and curved eaves. The entire courtyard was designed in the classic Buddhist symmetry style and in accordance with the Chinese concept of beauty. The three-story bell tower houses a venerable copper bell that is 2 meters tall, 1.3 meters in diameter, and weighs 5 tons 11.0 to 3 pounds. The evening bell striking ceremony on December 31st is regarded as one of Shanghai's 8 main attractions. It's a fascinating and remarkable experience to welcome the new year with the melodic, angelic sound of the bell. The 7-story, 44-meter-high Longhua Pagoda lies in front of the Longhua Temple. Its basic structure is made up of a brick body and wooden steps. Each story is smaller than the one below it, and each level is surrounded by balconies and banisters. The pagoda has been rebuilt several times, but the style of the Song dynasty still remains to today. Shanghai Oriental Pearl Tower is located in Pudong Park in Shanghai's Lujiazui, Pudong New area. It is surrounded by the Yangpu Bridge in the northeast and the Nanpu Bridge in the southwest, creating the image of twin dragons playing with pearls. The entire image is a photographic gem that captivates the imagination and draws hundreds of visitors year after year. This 468-meter-tall tower is the world's 6th tallest TV and radio tower and China's 2nd tallest. However, it is the Oriental Pearl Tower's unique architectural design that makes it one of the most appealing places in the world. 3 7-meter-wide slanting stanchions support its base. 3 9-meter-wide columns surround the 11 steel spheres that are strung vertically through the center. The top sphere, known as the space module, is one of 3 huge spheres. On the base, there are 5 smaller spheres and 3 ornamental spheres. The entire edifice lies on lush green grassland and resembles pearls glistening on a jade dish. Visitors ascend and descend the Oriental Pearl Tower in double-decker elevators capable of carrying up to 50 people at a speed of 7 meters per second. During the quick 1-mile ascent, elevator attendants read an introduction to the TV tower in English and Chinese. When you get at your location, you will be astounded by the diversity of activities on offer, as the many spheres and columns really house points of interest, commerce, and recreation. The tower's pedestal houses the Municipal History Museum, while the interior is a leisure palace. The Big Bottom Sphere has a futuristic space city as well as a fantastic tourist hall. On a clear day, visitors may see all the way to the Yangtze River from here. A futuristic fantasy metropolis has been built on the base. The 5 smaller spheres comprise a hotel with 25 exquisite rooms and lounges. The topmost pearl houses shops, restaurants including a spinning restaurant, and a sightseeing floor. The view of the city from this height leaves you in awe of the natural splendor that surrounds you. The 3-dimensional lighting gives it a joy of dazzling color when viewed from the Bund at night. It's incredible how this ultra-modern Oriental Pearl TV tower mixes old themes like spherical pearls with 21st century technology. Xintiandi is situated in the middle of Shanghai town, south of Huahai Zhonglu. Shanghai Xintiandi is a stylish pedestrian road made of shikumen houses and up-to-date building styles. It has developed an urban traveler attraction that combines the past with the culture of today. The Shanghai Xintiandi is very unique due to its ideal building construction. It holds the traditional walls, tiles plus the outer of shikumen housing of ancient Shanghai. Instead of this, its interior embodies a completely different world of international galleries, bars, cafes, boutiques, and themed cafes. When you visit Xintiandi, you will experience the flavor both of Shanghai in the 1920s and the auditory current lifestyle of citizens of 21st century. Xintiandi also stands out as an entertainment complex housed in reconstructed, modified houses of Shanghai. A shikumen house is a typical residential building representative of Shanghai's traditional buildings. You can see these buildings in most Shanghai Longtang's old alleys. They were first built around the 1870s, at the time of the Revolutionary War of the Taiping Heavenly Kingdom. Many rich people fled to the French concession area of Shanghai. Foreign land agents built houses for these rich people with elegant designs and many rooms. This kind of buildings was designed based on the style of Jiangnan River South local residential houses with a solid wood door framed in stone, hence shikumen. From the 1910s, shikumen building design combined Western style with the Jiangnan style, making the house design simpler. After the 1930s, new longtangs and gardens became popular, and shikumen houses became buildings for lower-level people. However, at the end of 20th century, the Shanghai government decided to build Xintiandi based on shikumen houses, which pushed this architecture again into the forefront of fashion. Shanghai Haichang Ocean Park is a theme park located in Shanghai, China. The park's grand opening took held on November 16, 2018. The park is the second theme park in China for Haichang Ocean Park Holdings. Shanghai Haichang Ocean Park contains rides, animal exhibits, an on-site hotel, an entertainment theme to the ocean and its marine life. Half of the park is themed to a tundra setting with a prominent snow-covered mountain, while the other half is themed to a tropical environment with an equally prominent volcano, a gondola lift, and 2 enormous pedestrian bridges that cross a canal connect the Tussauds. A launch roller coaster is one of the theme park's signature attractions. Since at least 2012, Shanghai Haichang Ocean Park has been under construction. The park was originally supposed to be situated on a long, narrow tract of land on the east side of Tussauds Lake when the theme park's designs were first made public. Haichang hired 3 different entertainment design companies, including Romero Van Ralgeng and Associates and Legacy Entertainment, at full fare to design completely different parks because obtaining the land and governmental approvals was so important during the early planning stages. Then, they let the local officials choose which design they preferred. The design from Legacy Entertainment was ultimately chosen, and it was eventually modified to match the park's new location on the western shore of Tussauds Lake. Shanghai Haichang Ocean Park includes 5 themed areas, namely Mermaid Bay, Polar Town, Snow Kingdom, Underwater Wonderlands, and Ocean Tribes. There are 6 large-scale mammal exhibition venues, namely penguin habitats, sea mammals habitats, Arctic Hall, underwater world, whale shark hall, and coral. Spend a fun-filled day enjoying quality family time in Shanghai's renowned Haichang Ocean Park. Discover diverse species of majestic marine creatures like sharks, fishes, rays, and even penguins. Get up close with these animals, especially the ones that came from the North and South Poles. Take the opportunity to watch exciting marine-themed performances. Shanghai Disneyland Park is located within the Disney Resort in Pudong New Area's Chuansha New Town. It has a total construction area of 116 hectares. Shanghai Disneyland Park, the sixth in the world and the first in mainland China, breaks numerous records among existing Disney parks. It is home to the highest theme castle, the Enchanted Storybook Castle, as well as the first garden design zone and the first pirate-themed garden. It also incorporates movie characters and Chinese motifs, such as the Chinese zodiac murals in the Gardens of Imagination. The park contains 7 theme attractions in total. Shanghai Disneyland began soft opens on May 7, 2016. On the night of June 15, 2016, Disney streamed a live broadcast of the grand opening show on Facebook and Disney TV stations. The Walt Disney Company's chairman and CEO, Bob Iger, was joined by nearly 3,000 distinguished guests and celebrities for a grand-scale display of choreography, acrobatics, costumes, and technology, complete with dazzling lights, Disney music, pageantry, special effects, and fireworks. The performance featured world-renowned pianist Lang Lang, who performed a bespoke arrangement of the musical sensation Let It Go from Disney's Frozen, as well as China's television and actress Sun Li. The historic occasion featured the premiere of an original song, Ignite the Dreamer Within, written specifically for the grand inauguration of Shanghai Disneyland. Tan Dun, internationally known for his dramatic scores for the films Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and Hero, led the Shanghai Symphony in an original composition of the new song. As the opening was met with rain, Chinese Vice Premier Wang Yang told Iger that the rain was a good omen for the arrival of dollars and yuan. Wang then read a brief message of congratulations from Chinese President Xi Jinping, who said, by adding a stroke of Chinese characteristics to the classic Disney style, and by blending international standards with best local practices, the resort demonstrates our commitment to cross-cultural cooperation. The Shanghai Madame Tussauds Wax Museum is situated on Nanjing West Road in Shanghai, China's Huangpu district. It ranks as the world's number 6 Madame Tussauds wax figure attraction. The other 5 are located in Las Vegas, New York, Hong Kong, London, and Amsterdam. The creation of wax figurines by Madame Tussauds has been done for 200 years utilizing the most cutting-edge technology and materials. Here, you can conduct business meetings with Bill Gates, interact with the legendary Bruce Lee, and take personal photos with celebrities like Jackie, Nicholas, Brad Pitt, Audrey Hepburn, David Beckham, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and others. In May 2006, Shanghai's Madame Tussauds opened. It preserves the essence of Madame Tussauds' 200-year history by displaying lifelike wax figures of celebrities so that guests may get up close and personal with the hero. There are more than 80 wax figures inside the museum's 9-subject exhibitions, which include glamour, behind the scenes, celebrities, music, film, speed, Sports Pepsi Studio, and Love Room. The most technologically advanced attraction in the world, it offers interactive features that let visitors act like renowned people. The Madame Tussauds Scream exhibit, the largest permanent interactive thriller districts, are found in Shanghai. You will experience shivers and an unheard of heartbeat as soon as you enter the eerie, thrilling interactive regions of Madame Tussauds. Strange wax, live performers, and a gloomy setting make Shanghai Madame Tussauds intriguing. Name of the museum is take from Madame, formerly knew as Mary Grau Schultz, was born in Strasbourg, France. Madame was a distinguished French artist famous for manufacturing the wax figures. She was brought up with a doctor, Dr. Philippe Cortez, to learn wax production skills. The wax figure of the French writer Voltaire's is her best-known production. In 1835, when she was 74 years old, she established a permanent exhibition hall in London Baker Street. Madame Voltaire created her first wax figure for Voltaire's in 1777, and she also produced waxes for other famous people in that period of time, including Rousseau, Benjamin Franklin, and so on.